Automation bias is the tendency of people to trust automated decision-making systems over human decisions. It is the tendency to disregard or not search for contradictory information in light of a computer-generated solution that is accepted as correct. This definition comes from Parasureman and Riley, 1997. Complacency bias is related in that it involves people feeling like an automated system is so reliable that it isn't necessary to monitor it. Both hinge on trusting the automated system. Errors in automation bias tend to occur when the decision-making is dependent on the system. And even though a human who can override decisions is there to observe, they don't do so. One small example of automation bias is trusting spell check when typing a new word without consulting a dictionary. Or following the directions of the GPS in your car, even when you notice it seems to be taking you in a direction that doesn't make sense based on your knowledge of the general location of your destination. But the dangers of these biases become even more apparent when you think about all of the areas that are using automated decision-making systems, such as medicine and aviation. A pilot who trusts an automated decision-making system instead of his own eyes seeing smoke from an engine might end up in an accident that could have been prevented. By placing too much trust in automated decision-making, we risk reducing the rich spectrum of future possibilities to those that are computable. People want the easiest path to a decision, which is definitely reliant on an automated decision-making system as it requires no thinking on our part. We also trust in the accuracy of computers, since they seem so much more reliable than us. This is especially true if we are inexperienced in the task or believe it to be very complex. Automation bias can lead to commission errors, where the person blindly accepts the automated decision without taking into account other contradictory information. When we place too much in an automated system, we fail to see evidence to the contrary, even if it is right in front of us. For example, a pilot trusting an automated flight control reading for a safe altitude instead of the fact that they can see trees quite clearly with their own eyes. Complacency bias causes omission errors, where the machine fails to detect a problem, but nobody notices because they weren't monitoring it. Omission errors are becoming more frequent, and this is a big problem when the automated decision-making system is involved in high-risk situations such as hospital intensive care units or nuclear power plants. For example, when an automated prescription system calls for a dosage that is 10 times the upper limit, but the medication is given without question. In order to minimize the effects, we must ensure other types of bias aren't encoded into algorithms and perpetuated through automation bias. Organizations need strong oversight of both algorithms and training data, as well as an emphasis on training and empowering workers to utilize their skills and judgments, such as intuition, empathy, critical thinking, and abstract reasoning. We should always be wary of bugs and errors and leave room for doubt. Think of it as enhancing automation.